All right, everybody, welcome. I'm your girl, Haneef R Jordan, and my guest today is Tasha. And let me tell you, she's going to talk about coming from the pen to the streets, and not the kind of streets you think. So we're going to dig into her story, and it's really here to inspire because, for me, she inspires me. There should be no reason why we don't hit the ground running and get started on our dreams and really execute it, because if she can do it, I believe anybody can do it. So welcome to the show. Talk about your time, if you want. What led you there?
What led me there was my pride, my belief system, how I carried myself in that, who I am type of attitude.
Right.
And so I would say growing up in an environment of violence and not having any brothers and having to have that hardcore shell and having to make an example out of people because it's all girls and you're going to know don't come over here playing. That mentality, it took me to a place where I lost my life. I lost a segment of my life.
Right.
So that's what it is.
And I love that you identified the fact that you understood that it was your pride, because a lot of us are led by that, and a lot of us, even to this day, right? And so pride is a tricky thing. It will sneak up on you, it will have you doing things and keeps you blinded. And what I've learned, for me, those of you know that I go by, I stick to the word of God, because pride is the root of so much stuff, right? It will have you believing your own lie, believing the wrong mentality. It will lead you astray. But it's also a form of witchcraft if you go and read the word, right? So that means it keeps you like this. So you can't reason with it. Nobody can reason with you. You only can see your way, what you want at that moment. But what turning point did you have? Because you already you good with the pen. You know what I'm saying? You're a beast with that pen. You've been writing way before you came out and did your music. Let's talk about that. Take us on that journey of your love for writing.
When I was in elementary, I wrote poems. It was this green poetry book. I could never remember the name of it. I just remember the cover. And I was in the 3rd grade, and I would constantly rent the same book out from the library, constantly. And then so I took my love of that and I began to write on my own. So I began to write poetry.
That's what's up. That's what starts. We're going to take a 2-minute break, you guys, and we'll be right back, because when we come back, we're going to talk about what is it that she is doing right now and some of her music. And honey, let me tell you, I like it. And when I post it on Instagram, it's going to be banging a bit. All right, y'all, welcome back. It's your girl, Haneef R Jordan, and I have my guest here, Tasha. We was talking about from the pen to the streets, and so we just dug in a little bit of her love for, like you said, for writing and how it started. Now let's talk about how you evolution yourself right now, what you're doing, because if y'all have not followed her on Instagram, you need to, because she is not playing. She's about it, okay? So not only did she got her music career kicking off, but she's dipping dabbling in that merchandise. And I think she has a little something here right now, because this is like classy. Look at her purse, her from her own line, okay? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the journey.
I love fashion, and so that is just something that I wanted to dive into, because growing up, like functions, even regular hood functions, everything, I used to love to dress everybody.
Okay.
And so, I had some homies that said, here, give us money, go give me something to wear, and that was another little hustle that I had, because I keep the change, and I'm a good bargain shopper. And so I decided to take it, and like I said, I had a vision. God gave me a vision when I was in jail, and with this logo and what I wanted and the meaning of it. So this is my brand. It will be dropping this year. It's Milas, and it stands for My Love is South Central.
Okay.
Yes, and so that is a vision that I had in there. That's something I put pen to paper. I created, sketched my logo and came up with the name and all those things there. And then when I came home, like I didn't waste my time.
No,
so
okay,
I knew, everything that I put down when I came home. I knew what it is that I needed to do, and so I just stick to, the playbook as much as I can, because life happens,
No, life be like life be life.
Yes. Okay. So, that's when I love this South Central. It's Midas. So
I love it. I love it. I still want to go back to this. We were talking earlier, and we didn't capture that yet, but I do want to talk to you about what would you tell your 15-year-old self?
What would I tell my 15? I wouldn't tell my 15-year-old self nothing other than keep living. The journey that I had, my history, it paints the picture for where I am and where I'm trying to go, and it built me up to be this one. You know, so I wouldn't change. I've been through hell and back, but I would not change a thing. When I learned to understand my purpose, I began to understand how all those things work together for my good and how God was there every step of the way. And if I didn't experience those certain things, how can I identify with someone else that's broken in those areas, or be able to help them in those areas if I have not walked that walk? So that is the biggest thing for me. Is people think, you know, they I should just say that, or it's just cliche.
No, it's actually not cliche, because some people always have a reason. And I like the fact that you said, nah, just keep living. Just keep living. Because, you know, life is our teacher. It's a journey. It's not a destination. And I think once we can get that life is, people's like, oh, I gotta get here. No, life is a long journey. And that journey doesn't even end until death, right? And then for us that are believers, it continues differently.
Pain is very rich. People
underestimate pain. That's good.
Yes.
That's good. Say that one more time.
Pain is very rich.
We do underestimate it. And sometimes that's the way God can get your attention.
A lot of people that I've learned, their pain is their way to wealth. Their pain is their way to purpose.
Right.
You know, I listen to a lot of people, music, all genres, and it's the pain that connects with the people to keep them going, to keep them motivated, to turn them into whoever the world may create them to be.
No, whoever God created them.
Yes.
Because the world can't give you nothing.
Right.
Amen. Because what the world gives you, I don't want it, because they build you up to bring you down. I don't want it, but it's what God gives you. And I love that you said that, because God, that's a revelation even for myself. When I think about it, yeah, I grew more in my pain. And some of my pain was needed. Some of my pain was needed because even though you may think sometimes that you're on the right track, this is going to blow people's mind. I said, the devil loves you in your comfortability. Oh, he loves you there because you don't grow, you don't move, you don't expand, and you think life is everything is so good. No, he ain't bothering you. He's not bothering you because he already got you. Isn't it a tricky thing, right? And so for me, I'm not saying that you have to have like this hardship life. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that your pain definitely moves you into your next season. Opens your eyes to the things that you need to change within inside of you so that you can be better. Because ultimately, we are here to live in our purpose. To help each other. I'm here to bring someone else up. The same way other people have brought me up. And we cannot do it alone. Although many times we may feel that we are alone. We cannot do it alone. You know, and me as a mom, those that are out there as mothers, one big lesson I've learned, being a mom, is that I don't live for myself, I also live for them. And whether I don't care what age they get, I have to be mindful. And that's the only reason why I ain't bumping nobody's heads and knocking nobody's teeth out. I'm being honest, because I got too much to lose. I'm just gonna keep it real. You know, people are from the hood, let's just be, like, I know where we come from. I know we have to have that hard shell on, but don't it feel good to be soft? It feels good to be able to be feminine, to be soft. Yes, I'm tired of that. You know what I mean?
There is a peace, the softness, the lies.
Boy, it is the best to be able to be soft. Yes, sometimes in business I have to be this, but I enjoy my softness.
Yes.
And I love feeling safe around people that I can be that with. Is there anything you want to let other people know? How they can start getting your merch when it drops, where to follow you? But we hadn't talked about the artist Benji, though. We need to get on that really quickly. I want to talk about who is Benji the artist. Okay, because y'all ain't seen, y'all gotta see her live. She comes with the smoke. Okay.
Benji the artist. Really, for real, I'm from the east side of South Central. I'm from where people climb the bottoms, the gutter, the slums. And it's like, you know, there's a lot of people who have put on for LA, and there's a lot of people who have made LA section by section be known. Somehow my section has been forgotten. So when I step out, Benji, the artist, I represent my section. The East Side, Low Bottoms, and South Central. So for me, that's what it is. My slogan is South Central CEO. So when I come with my music, I speak to the heart of us who come from there.
Right.
But of course, I'm pretty sure it resonates around the world because, like I said, pain is rich and it speaks to everyone. We all go through something. But for me, first and foremost, when you see me, that's what you get, the bottoms, because that's what I am. You know, I'm good at East Side rock. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So
I think that's what's so beautiful about you. Is when you say South Central CEO, I see the CEO in you. I see you can turn that on. I see that you can turn the other thing off. Same with me. You know, you'll see my mannerism in me. You'll see like, hey, she's a little rough, but I am. I'm still good. I am, and it's okay, and I embrace that. But I'm also still classy. I'm also still a woman. I love to be soft. You know what I mean? And so that's what I see with you. I love that. But yeah, it's good to rap. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. But and you know what? In that, I've learned what God has given me. I learned that I had to separate myself in order to be enriched to my section. And the crazy thing is I'm out here and I'm pressing and I'm moving, but I'm not there where I was, you know, in the streets, living that life.
Can we be real though? Let's be honest. Yes, we come from certain sections, right? And so I'm gonna be 100 with you though. There ain't not a person that really wants to live in the hood. We shouldn't. That should not be our destination. Right. Yes, that's where we started from, but it should not be where we want to stay.
Right.
Period.
And I had to learn that because, you know, the love for that has always been there.
Right.
But I had to learn to elevate them. I had to separate me and go alone on this journey so that I could come back.
Well, I'm going to give you this quote that before my mother passed away, may she rest in peace. Oprah had to become Oprah first before she could pull up L. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm going to leave it there. She had to become who she was first before she can pull up her best friend. You have to become who God has called you to be. Before you can pull up the people that you need to pull up. And also, you're going to learn there's going to be certain people that you can't pull up. It doesn't matter because it's also a mindset. Some will never change. And so you got to know when to separate that and move forward, right? It's not that you don't go back to the places that we grew up in. You don't help the kids there. You don't do, you know, I always believe in giving back. But I don't ever want to go back.
Right.
I know what it was. And I don't want my kids there either. And I don't care what nobody says. Okay? And that's that. So, give them the website. Give them because I want them to know how to find you on Instagram. Because her Instagram be live, y'all. And she does a lot of lives, I gotta catch it. You know, so I'm so proud of you. And I'm so honored to have met you. I told you when I met you, what did I say? I said, you got it. God's hand is on you.
Yes, you did.
I told you that, right? And I'm at an event, and I was like, I was here just to see that and just to tell you that. So, may God continue to enrich you. May He bless your every step. May He give you abundance. I pray that everything you touch manifests and becomes abundance of rain fall on your life. You deserve it. You've done what you had to do. God's got you. You're welcome. Tell me, girl.
So you can find me
girl,
on Instagram. You see me? I'm trying to hold it.
You're trying to hold it in the cry.
You want to come with that? Now you want to go get them.
Okay, I'm just saying. But I have to bless you because I want to we're here for it. You know, I hate to say I'm an elder now. God, Lord have mercy. Yes, I'm thinking about, but I also embrace it. And that's what it's supposed to be here. Or I'm supposed to be there to lead you. I'm supposed to be there to pray for you. I'm supposed to be there to anoint you. I'm supposed to be there when you need a call to be uplifted because you just can't understand it. That's what we're here for. A lot of the older generation that may be my age, they want to hang with you guys, but that's not what our place is for. Yes, I can still look good in fly because I'm going to do that. However, I'm here to pray for you. I'm seasoned in that. So I want you to know that God ain't forgot about you. He ain't forgot about you. And He is going to bless you. But faith without works is dead. And so you've been here doing the work. And that's why I said, let's now tell them how to find you so they can get this work and get some of this stuff. You know, that was kind of good. That was a bar. Y'all know that was a bar. Don't play.
You can follow me on Instagram at T3_Benji. Again, it's T3_Benji. If you go there, it's a link in my bio. You can catch my music, my videos, my website for my merch will be dropping real soon this year for sure. And again, it is My Love is South Central. So you guys just hit me up, follow me, hit the link in my bio. You can get all my content.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Hey, please subscribe to the YouTube. It's Haneef R Jordan. God bless.